welcome back to AJOKE'S vlog. My name is We'll be talking about signing a job contract in China. What are the things you need to know? What are the things you need to check out for? What are the things you need to ask before you sign a job contract or work contract in China? Okay guys, so let's quickly answer the question, what is the right things that should be in your contract? Now listen to me and understand this clearly, that we can't all have the same contract. Employers are different, okay? So that I got a contract that says something, you might not have it in your contract. So yeah, by the side, let's go and attack what we are here to say, the contract itself. Now understand this, the work contract in China is the tie and the bind of your own person for the duration that contract exists. You have to follow the contract to the letter, because a lot of people have gotten blacklisted and got their visa cancelled. They can no longer come to China to come and work because of this contract. A lot of people are fined heavy amount of money, like every huge amount of money, because of this contract. So if you breach your contract in any way, you either get yourself blacklisted or you pay a fine or maybe imprisoned, or you have two options, maybe getting both blacklisted and also paying fine. And some of these job owners go as high as telling you pay 30,000 yuan. 30,000 yuan in Nigerian currency is almost like 2 million thereabouts. Maybe because of the exchange rate, somehow it can maybe be between 2 million or 2 point something million to maybe 1.5 million. So you need to understand the fact that if you're getting a contract, you must read, because the moment you sign and send your contract back to your employer, that contract can be used against you any moment. Like, it is like a sword. It can cut you and it's really painful. So this is what you do. I know you get excited that you have a job. I know you get excited that it's a lifetime opportunity, but please read every line of your contract. Read every line of your contract, every clause. You have to check out for your salary has to be included in your contract. Your salary has to be included in your contract. If you're working on a legal visa, that your employer would pay for your visa processing, getting you the work permit or not, will also be included. Your working hours will be included. Now, this is a tip for people that are coming to China to come and teach. The maximum working hours for your teaching is 40 to 35 hours weekly. You have to work maybe both teaching hours and working hours together. It's the maximum you can get is 40 hours or 35 hours. Some people get fewer hours than that, but it should not go beyond 40 hours. Now, if you get beyond 40 hours, you should also check in your contract if there is pay for overtime. If there is pay for overtime or not. Another thing you should check is also if your employer will be giving you accommodation. If your employer will be providing apartments. Basically, from experience, most of Chinese employers give accommodation, or they give accommodation allowance, and it is included in your contract. And also, if you're going to be the one paying the utility bills, electricity, gas, water, and all that, so also you need to know that. And the working time, maybe you work 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Wednesday to Friday if you're working teaching in a training center, and then 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. with 1 hour break. Yeah, some people give 1 hour break, some people give 2 hours lunch break for Saturday and Sunday. That is for people working in teaching in training centers. But if you're working in kindergarten, I think from what I heard from people working in the kindergarten, they work from like 7:30 or 8 to 6 p.m. and you get like maybe 1 hour or 2 hours lunch break in between, and Saturday and Sunday is free. But if you're teaching in a training center, you get maybe Monday and Tuesday free. But I've come across people that said, oh, we can't give two days off days, we only give 1 day off day. If you're getting 1 day off day, at least you would negotiate your salary. So you need to understand these things. Like most training centers in China give 2 days off days. Another thing you should check out for is if there would be paid holidays, like national, okay, there are national holidays. You should also check for your national holidays if your national holidays will be paid. It's just like the national holiday, like the Dragon Boat Festival, like this one national holiday for 7 days for maybe commemorating China. I don't know, this national, like the country holiday, blah blah. It's like 7 days somehow. And maybe you have the autumn holiday, you have the some sweeping holiday festival and all that. So these are the things that you should check out for if all these national holidays will be paid for. And now let's go to the summer and the winter holiday. Some people get this holiday paid, some people get half paid, and some people get no pay. But if you're getting no pay, you're free to use this period to travel. You're not tied under any obligations to stay. So it's not like as if maybe when they know that you are new and they tell you during summer and during winter there is no much work, but you have to keep working and then we will not pay you. And even if there will be no so much work and you have to work, you have to ask them, does it go under the overtime contracts clause? Do you get paid maybe for per hour or per class? And you have to agree on these things before you sign your contract. Another thing you should also know is if you're on a legal work visa, your employer should provide you insurance. Maybe accident insurance, maybe health insurance, maybe social insurance, but you must have insurance. And then they will tell you that your salary is basically after tax. Then you also need to ask, will you be getting your tax, maybe a tax code or tax number? That is if you are on a legal visa, like a teaching Z visa or a company Z visa gotten for you by your employer. Another thing you should know is sick leave. I pray it's costly being sick in China as a foreigner. It's really costly being sick in China as a foreigner. So you need to ask, how many days of sick leave do I have? How many days of sick leave do I have? And also now to the main point, terminating contracts. Read that part very well. You need to know if your contract is binding for 1 year. You need to know if your contract is binding for 2 years. You need to read and understand the conditions for terminating contracts. Because you can't just wake up one morning and you feel you have a rift with your employer and boom, you want to go. You are getting yourself in big problem. It's going to get really messy. I know that. I pray we all get good jobs and good employers. But if you have a bad employer, I'm sorry to use that word, if you have a bad employer, no matter how wicked, how horrible he or she is, you can leave. you can leave. And also check for termination of contract. Some contract has this clause that even if you give a notice of 1 month, like you have to give them a 1 month notice before you leave, like that is the duration of your contract. Maybe your contract is expiring by September, and then you don't want to renew, like you don't want to continue with the school. It's not like maybe your contract is expiring September and it is June, and then you tell them this is 1 month notice, I want to leave. No. If your contract is expiring by September and you don't want to renew your contract with the school, because even if you're going to a new school, your employer has to give you a letter that you transferred and she's okay or is okay to let you go, there are no issues. Okay, so you have to give a 1 month notice, and now that 1 month notice, read the clause well in the contract. If after you give a 1 month notice, if they would pay you or not for that 1 month, whichever way, even if it is non-paid, it depends on you. If you want to take it, do take it. If you don't want to take it, don't take it. Please read your contract in and out, because if anything happens to this contract, or if anything happens to you or happens to your work relationship, you are in for it. Now, some of these contracts has the clause of if you're late, you get, maybe you lose some amount of money. Calculate your salary very well before you sign this contract, because sincerely, in my own honest opinion, I feel some of these employers take more than a day pay for being late. Like if your average pay for a day is like 200 and your employer is telling you for 30 minutes late night you have to lose like 300, that means you're losing a day pay and half of another day pay. And now let me ring this in your head very well. Understand this thing, that most people with contracts that have come across and asked questions before coming to make this vlog will have something in common. If you lose 1 day work in China, your employer deducts 3 days pay. You miss 1 day work, your employer deducts 3 days pay. As enticing as the salary is, a lot of people don't get their total amount of money from deduction, wrong dressing. If they have a dress code, please abide with it. And also, please, it is there. You don't come to China and start preaching to your kids. Don't try anything religious with your kids. Don't try anything religious with parents. Don't try anything religious with your co-staff. Don't speak against the government, and follow the dress code. Because if you by mistake make any mistake changing of dress code or anything, you see these things are just deducting your money. If they tell you no eating in the staff room, no eating, you're free to ask me questions. I forgot, as usual. I get carried away all the time when I have all these informative vlogs about things I've come across or things I get to know to share with you. I always forget to add in the middle or any part of this vlog that you guys should subscribe to my channel. It shows how much I'm passionate about making you understand the things I think I know and the things that might affect your stay at any point in China. And I also want to stay out of trouble the same way I also want you to stay out of trouble. China is beautiful to stay. China is beautiful to stay if you know your limits, if you can mind your business, and you can face what is facing you. So guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share these videos with people that you know have the passion to come to China to come and work. You get to meet the kids, you get to learn the experience, and if you want to come and study too in China, feel free. But in my own opinion, I don't think studying in China is real worth it. Like, that's my own opinion, except you have a scholarship. So we'll be making a vlog about all these random issues that are just me being sincere and just open and sharing all these things I know, because I feel a lot of people are just walking around these topics, nobody wants to talk, and a lot of people have gotten into trouble because of this contract issues, and a lot of people would probably get in trouble when the borders are open and people want to come back to China to come and work. So this is me putting this out here before then, so that you guys can know and understand. So please do subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share your thoughts with me. It feels good to be back, and I love you so much. So please subscribe. Bye bye.